Too long, didn't watch. Use cue points to organize clips when creating your movie. So today I'm going to talk about using cue points in Corel VideoStudio. So here's the situation. I've got a lot of clips here that I want to put together, but some of them, they're not organized in a way that they're all collected together. So I may want to have a set of these clips and move them to a different place in my movie. As I do that, the question is, how do I know where to start collecting these clips and then where to put them? So as I use my scrubber here, there's a set of these that I want to grab over and move over there. So I want to use cue points, and the menu is kind of hard to find. It's right underneath here, and you'll see that there's a plus and a minus, so you can add and remove chapter points. And then there's this drop-down arrow, and if I click on that, notice that I have chapter points, and that's for making chapters in a movie. But there's also cue points, and the cue points are really more for helping editing. Now I can see the difference between those two. If I click on this section right underneath the timeline, I can also click on the plus. So right now, if I click, a cue point is blue in color. So wherever I click, I can add a cue point. To get rid of it, I just hover over it, click, and drag off of that timeline. So there you go. I hover so that now, if I'm hovering over it, there will be a little arrow there and the time signature. Then I click, drag, off. So now I can also move my scrubber wherever I want, and I can click the plus and it will add a cue point. So for example, in this case, I'm looking for this thing. This is called the Milky Way restaurant in Tokyo, and so I'm going to move over to, say, right here, and that's where I want to start grabbing my clips. And so I can click on the plus. I'm going to get rid of these other cue points because they were in the wrong place. Now I use my scrubber to come over to the last one. Okay, so let's say I want to stop it there, and I can add a cue point. And now I want to take those selection of those clips, and I want to move them to another place. So let's find another place that I want to put them. Okay, here's some more of that Milky Way building, and I want to put it at the beginning of that set of clips, perhaps. And so I'll put it right there. And so now I'm going to add a cue point. So now all I have to do is I can zoom in, so it's easier for me to collect those clips, and we can now go to the first set of cue points, and I will start here to there. Now I can easily see the set of clips that I want to select. I just select the ones between that cue point region. Now it's almost a little bit too large for me to see, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit so it's a little bit easier. Now I can know that I'm going to take this whole section and move it to this new cue point area, and so I can just drag it over until I reach that area. And so that's how cue points can help me move and organize my videos. Now just to let you know, if I go here back to the area, that drop down arrow, chapter point, when I click on that, chapter points show up as green. So again, I put those in the same way, just by clicking or clicking on the plus, and then to get rid of them, I hover until I see that up arrow and the time signature, and then move away. So there you go. That's cue points and chapter points. Enjoy editing. If you want some more tips and help on using Corel VideoStudio, you should check out my playlist, Corel VideoStudio X10. And you can see I've got a number of videos there. Most of them are intended to be very short to help explain topics quickly. Enjoy!